a one if you can hear me. Stupid phone. I was talking my ass off. Please put a one if you can hear me. I hope you come back in. I hope people come back in. So I was talking my butt off. Ugh. Hot now, shit. Guys, please, I'm giving y'all a little chance to come back in and just put a one if you can hear me, because I was running my mouth and no sound. So just let me know if you can hear me before I even start talking. Just trying to see if you can hear me. Let me know. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me, because my sound is not good. Put a one if you can hear me. If you can hear me. Oh, thank you. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Keisha. Sometimes, and that has happened before, so I have to be mindful. I don't know what it is with connection between my car and my phone. It doesn't connect sometimes, and I'll be talking my ass off, no sound. So thank you for telling me that. Top of the day, good morning. I hope everyone is having a great morning as you get up and do whatever you need to do. If you don't have to, if you're on the East Coast, if you don't have to go outside, don't. It is freezing out here. Stay inside. If you don't have to go outside, please don't. Just stay inside. It's safer. But again, I was just thanking everybody for dropping down yesterday, whoever came into the chat, and we had a great conversation. I wanted to thank everybody, and I hope nobody become a stranger to my channel and start coming to visit a little more in the morning. If I can do lives throughout the day, I'll do it if I'm off, but most of the times you'll get this on my way, because this is like the best. This is where I like to, start my day, get things out that's in my head, and really start fresh. Once I walk into that building, everything from here, it stays here, and I'm anew when I go in there, so I like to get it out. But what I was talking about is I was watching these guys. They have a podcast, and they're really talking about Black people and putting their foot down and just not being a stepping stool anymore, and demanding what we want and how we need to stick together because of things that's going on around us and how they're literally trying to wipe our whole history out. However, and I feel that. I truly feel that. But I really feel like we need to clean up our home first. We don't have anything to offer because we are not strong enough as a unit. As I'm talking about as women and men. We have so many disparities right now, and we need to fix that within. I think we need to start having a healthier conversation with how Black men respect Black women. Because at the end of the day, the world is watching. The world been watching. And I'm not saying like Black women don't have our own shit that we need to deal with and handle ourselves, because we absolutely do. But Black men, you do have to understand, you won't get far without support of Black women. And at the rate we're going right now, it's such a war within ourselves that we really need to change that and fix that first. It's not okay that children are being raised in a single parent household. It's not okay that for whatever reason men feel like they make these babies with these kids, with these mothers, and whatever happens, again, I am not saying it's your fault, because I know that we as women can be a handful. However, We still have children to raise at the end of the day, and the woman can't do it alone. She does it alone because she has to do it alone. But you gotta understand how much stress and what that and how that leaves the black woman when she's doing that alone. The animosity builds up. And then you guys, this is just from my experience with looking at the structure of the black man and the black woman. It's so easy for y'all to get frustrated with the woman and dog them out, and then you become angry, and then you start spilling out all these disparaging things trying to hurt the woman. And now you hate the black woman. Now you don't want to deal with the black woman no more. Now you just want to look outside the black woman. But black men, you come from black women. What Tupac said, you got your name from a black woman, your game from a black woman. Why would you ever hate your black woman? Why would you rape your black woman? Why would you do black women so wrong? I want to know, because there is a reason. I can't sit up here and say that y'all are behaving in this way for no reason. What is going on? These are the things that I feel like we need to start discussing. There's a deeper conversation to be had. Fuck this gay shit. Fuck all this. That's easy. See, those type of conversations take away from what's really going on. Gay is gay. That ain't going nowhere. We know who we are. We know what we like. It's the straight people that got an issue with it. That's your issue. But let's put that aside, because those issues, your sexual preference, is definitely on another. That's another conversation, because what's going on now, before that, is the relationship between man and woman. Tabitha, good morning. So I just want us to get away from taking the easy route out and start having these hard, meaningful conversations. And I want to know why, and when will the black man understand that they need their black women? Do you know black women are your only source to keeping your DNA alive? White women, non-black women can't have black children. They can't have black sons. So if we keep, and I don't think nothing's wrong with it, but I'm just being honest, giving my opinion. I really think that you do. Another thing too, a lot of times, in my opinion, mixed children have it the worst. They don't know where they belong. They don't know where they belong. They don't know who's going to accept them. They don't know who to choose. And I'm not saying don't mix, but it's a lot of us that's not mixed, that we don't have it together. We don't love, or we don't like our family. We don't like our mothers. We don't like our fathers. I'm talking about men and women. And it shows. You can tell the relationship a man has with their mother based on how they treat women in particular. You can tell. And is that their fault? A lot of times it's not. Good morning, Foot Soldier. Good morning. A lot of times it's not even their fault of how they were raised. A lot of times y'all don't even look at how your mothers were raised and why they couldn't effectively raise you. But these are excuses we keep making, generation to generation. Excuses. Well, my mother was an alcoholic, so that's why I'm an alcoholic. Well, my father was a cheater, that's why I'm a cheater. Those are excuses. And are you going to sit there and pass that along to your child, or are you going to stop it where you recognized it? Are you going to change that? Now that you recognize that's an issue, can you change it? I think black men need to stop looking at black women as more than just a sexual object, a sexual being, what they can do and how they can satisfy you sexually, or how can they benefit you monetarily. Men, y'all have to stop that. Y'all were taught wrong. Mothers, stop doing everything for your sons. It's not okay. Your son is not your boyfriend. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to start teaching them how to be able to provide for their family, not how a woman supposed to treat them. No. And the only way they know, mothers and fathers, your children are watching everything you do. And there's no way as a mother you're going to be able to tell your daughter to require more from men and your daughter see you getting dog walked by her father. It's not going to happen. Listen to what I just said, okay? That's for daughters and sons. Watch what you think they're not paying attention to in your household. If they're watching your husband sit around all day playing games, not working around the house, not helping her in no type of way, because this is a lot of households now. But if you are that person, you are not doing your children any justice. You're not. You're not showing them the right way. Give me a second, y'all. Side note, remember yesterday I was saying that I was going to try to lose weight and lose a pound or two for my vacation, and I wasn't going to eat this and eat that. Do you know, as soon as I said that, see, I'm telling you, the mind is crazy as hell. Do you know, no sooner than I said that, when I got off the phone, I had Burger King. Child. A whole Whopper and some fries. But I will say this, y'all. Even though I did have a Burger King, I rationalized it. I cut half of the burger and I had half for lunch and half for dinner. God. I went to bed feeling like shit, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, girl, you can't get it right for nothing. So now that I'm back at work, I'm gonna skip lunch. And just, I got my coffee. That's going to get me through the morning. If I get hungry enough, I got an orange. I'm going to cut up a slice up an orange, eat that. Get the little, give me some energy, some vitamin C going. And I'm going to keep it moving, and I'll just have dinner. But, yeah. Good stuff, y'all. But yeah, back to things I think will help strengthen our community is dialogue and accountability and maturity and getting back to loving on the black woman. We are your biggest supporters. And there's nothing that we can't do together. It's a dynamic duel, but we don't have that right now because Men are hurt and so are women. We are hurting in so many ways, and we are angry with each other. We're so angry with each other that some of us don't even want to be with our kind no more. We'd rather go outside because we're so frustrated because we're not getting what we want from each other. We don't even know how to go about getting what we want from each other. We don't know how to talk to each other. And we don't treat each other well. And it's a learned environment. A lot of our parents were on drugs and alcohol, abusive. We come from so many different backgrounds that were traumatic and just not good situations. And we unintentionally picked all those bad habits up. And we don't think we need counseling, therapy. We shun that type of stuff. A lot of us do. But look at us. We are a mess. Our mindsets are a mess. Look at the things we like to do, the things we find interest in. There is no way in the world somebody should be hell-bent on causing strife to someone's life every day, and that makes them happy. That's a broken spirit. That's a broken spirit, y'all. And guess what? That broken spirit is a mother. That broken spirit is a father. Do you really think they're waking their children up every day and breathing positivity into them? Do you think their children is leaving their house with a positive aspect about life because their mom got up and bestowed that into them? No. These children are going to school. These are the children we have going to school every day. The majority. The children or their father or both just got in the house at 4 o'clock in the morning. They couldn't wake them up. They woke themselves up. Not only did they wake themselves up, they got themselves dressed in the morning. They fed themselves, or it wasn't nothing to eat in the house. So they rushed to school to try to eat breakfast. All on their mind, they are in strife. They are already depressed because they are not being nurtured. Because their mothers, their parents, too busy high and drunk to take care of them. To make sure they have the bare essentials in life to maintain. Yeah, that is what is going on. So what do you think happens when that child go to school? They're not paying attention. They're either being a class clown, disrupting the class. Teachers spending over 40 minutes, which is most of their fucking teaching time, trying to get your child in order, all because you selfishly. It was $2 Tuesday up in the bar. So you selfishly felt like, oh, my kid, all right, shit, they smart, they good, and you went there. So you missed getting up, making sure your kids is okay. Or even if you do get up, you already annoyed because you don't want to get up because you've been up all night. Now you don't want to get up. You don't have no energy. So now you're mad about that and you yelling all morning at your kid. These are the things kids that we don't think about that kids go to school with. Or there's a kid that woke up to their mother getting fucked up in the morning by their dad, or by their mom's boyfriend, not even their dad. These are the things that these kids go to school, and we wonder why they're not learning. We wonder why they quit. Because it's a lot. Shame on us as parents. We have dropped the ball. Look at what we still do. We still find favor in other things than our children. We push them, we still pushing them off somewhere. Y'all, if y'all don't teach y'all kids, the streets will. If y'all don't raise y'all children, the streets will. Y'all know right from wrong. It does matter how you were brought up. But at some point you become an adult and you know right from wrong. When are you going to start teaching the children? Dads, stop leaving the household. Stop getting mad. Put the games down. Start showing your sons how to do some shit. Start showing your sons how to treat a woman. Ladies, start teaching y'all daughters how to be women, how to be little girls. And not listen to Sexy Red. No, that's a no-no. Little girls shouldn't be popping it to Sexy Red. What is wrong with this generation? What is wrong with society? I'm sorry, y'all. It's hard for me to place blame without taking accountability for my generation first. Because it's our kids that's out here now running amok. And that's just the truth. It's all right for you to still like the things that you liked when you were a kid, because those are the things that you like. But it's not okay for you to choose that over raising your kids. That's what the problem that I'm having. Men, I understand women are not the easiest to deal with. But know this, we are doing a lot and trying to be your everything to you. That's what women are doing. So we need a little more gratitude from y'all. We need a little more help from y'all. We need a little more respect from y'all. We need love from y'all. That's just what it is. And when that bond, when we can build that bond together, when we can strengthen our homes, we are unstoppable towards the world. But it's nothing we can do to the world. We can't fight the world when our homes are fucked up. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. So again, I always say this. I'm going to say it again. We got work to do. All is not lost. But I really think we need to start the conversation by saying, honestly, you could start it at home. If you have a significant other, start the conversation off by, honestly, what can we do to make our lives better? What do you need to be happy? And you can simply ask them, what do you need? Tell them, this is what I need to be happy with you. Not saying that he's the only one that can make you happy, because nobody can make you happy. You have to make you happy. But they are the added addition. And I don't care. They can discourage your happiness. So think about it. Think about this, because I don't think people really do, but I do. You meet a guy. I'm just telling you, this is how neglect starts, okay? You're a single mom. You've been doing everything that you could do, and now you like, I'm lonely. I want to meet somebody. So you meet somebody. It don't matter how it happened, but you meet somebody, and you like this person. And most women, we know within 10 minutes whether or not we're going to carry on this conversation further. We know within 10 minutes whether we're intrigued or not. We know within 10 minutes what our motive is going to be with you. We already know whether we're going to use you, whether we like you, whether you're just going to be on the friend zone. We know within 10 minutes, we know. Now, things can change, But trust me, we already know from Rip. So you meet the guy and you like him. Y'all are clicking. But you got a kid though, not by him. You got a kid. Now before he came, you had a whole system going. You did wop. Every day. Wop. Your son, your daughter, they used to it. Wop. So now you just added somebody because you met somebody. And your happiness is important too. So I'm not taking that away. But what you just did was disrupt the system. So now you're focusing your time. Now you're sharing your time. So the little time that you are focusing on him, because it turns into more time and more time because you want to know more. You want to know more. This is just normal behavior. But that time that you are now focusing on this man, you're taking away, you're chipping away little by little from that child. And you don't realize that. The child do. Because now his 4 o'clock show, he waiting. Like, it's 8 o'clock, no show. Because mom is focused on him now. Because it's new. It's exciting. It's taking her back to a time where she thought she lost. But ma'am, understand, you are now disrupting the order. You're taking away from what you're supposed to be doing. And guess what? That time get more and more. The more time you start spending with him, the less time you start spending with your child until he make you mad. So now he just fucked up everything because you are no good for your child because you still focused on him. Your mind is all over him. So now you yelling, you irate, you're short, and you don't even realize that. You have now started to abuse your child and you don't even recognize it. This type of stuff happens every single day in households. So how do you think that child is going to grow up? What do you think that child's mindset is knowing that? It's simple things like that. I can give you more and more examples of how we start to fuck up the household, how changes start. And it never gets better. It gets worse and worse and worse. Because now your energy has now transferred onto your child. And you're sending your child out to the world with that energy. Y'all need to pay attention more. The reason why I say that is because I'm seeing now, what I'm faced with now is watching my counterparts, watching my peers that are my age, how me remembering how they grew up, what I seen in their household, and how it transferred into them and the type of people they are today. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Just like me. Let me be transparent on this. I grew up with my mother and my grandmother dominating the household because they were the only women working. And there were no men in the household besides my brothers. But they coddled them. They they came from that era where they did everything for them. They ain't do shit. Well, I ain't gonna say they ain't do shit for me, but I woke up to them eating breakfast, but I had to make my plate. It was things like that my grandmother structured them to be as men. So now they're thinking their wives are supposed to do it. It's not okay. Y'all have to really, really start paying attention to how our parents fucked us up. And fix it. That's it. Just fix it. Because a lot of our parents fucked us up. Yeah. You got to think about that. If you really dig deep and think about all the things, all the bad things that we normalized in our household, and that we are now unintentionally passing on to our children. We are fucking up. Some of the stuff is okay. Some lessons I can carry on from my grandmother forever. But there are some things, a lot of things that no, because she didn't know better, they did wrong and passed that on to us. And now we're doing it. We passed it on to our kids. And now they're doing wrong. And we can't even fix it. But we can start. We can start having that conversation. We can start finding out what's going on instead of judging each other, instead of coming down on each other, instead of picking on each other, helping each other. I will say this to the end. Women need men just as much as men need women. We need each other. Mothers, just because you can raise a child alone, don't mean you should. All is not lost. You are speaking facts. Thank you, foot soldier. All is not lost, but we got to start somewhere. We have to. Our kids need it. We need it. Who, in the climate that we're in today, why do you want to stay there? Why would you accept that as being okay? Why? If you had the ability to change it, why wouldn't you? And it's literally starting at home. That's it. It is truly starting at home. The best conversations, y'all, are at the dinner table. Oh my God. You just got to get up and cook. I don't care, even if you order out. I don't give a shit. Okay, order out. Whatever. Put it at the dinner table and y'all all sit down and eat. Simple things. These are old school things. But it meant a lot that we forgot. Those conversations at the dinner table really meant a lot. And there's a lot of people, non-black people, that are still having these conversations. But black people, we lost that. We don't do that no more. But we need to start back. Because you need to know what's going on in your children's life. And they don't need to be sitting at the dinner table with their phones. None of us do. Y'all need to start structuring a time where the phones are down and y'all are actually one-on-one talking to your children, finding out what's going on. It's not enough to just depend on the teachers to do your job. It's not enough. And that's where we start. We start at home. Dad, stop leaving. Stay home. Stop walking away. Stop. Your kids need you there. And before you start saying how, she getting on my nerves or he getting on my nerves, y'all have to start thinking about that before y'all lay down and have children, period. Because after that, it's too late. He just gonna get on your nerves. She just gonna get on your nerves. But you can't leave. Period. Stop leaving. Stay home. Raise your children. Get off them games. Set a time limit for them games. You cannot teach your kids. I don't even know what the games are. Madden. What is your children learning from Madden? What else games? Them shooting games. What are you teaching your children? Yeah, that's a bonding period. But what are you teaching them? Literally, it's little things. It's little things. You can take your child outside and just explain different trees, different leaves, the structures of different homes, landscaping, what favors look like. Little things mean a lot in the long run. Your child will never forget those conversations. What the structure of your city means. Don't rely on the teacher. You take them out. What's wrong with that? Have a field trip with your child in your city so they know this used to be that. That used to be that. Teach your kids. Let them know their history. Y'all can learn together because a lot of us still don't know our history. Learn together. But it got to start somewhere. All of y'all do it. It don't have to be perfect, but it got to start somewhere. Got to start somewhere. We got to change this conversation. We got to stop playing around with this reality TV. It's not real. These women, those are not their homes. Y'all got to stop it. They don't own those clothes. Y'all got to stop it. Them bags are rented. They don't have concrete money. They don't really have it. Those are sponsors. Y'all got to get out of the reality TV. It is not real. But what is real is what's going on in the community. What is real is how bad we look right now as a people. Some of y'all might be winning. But eventually, when the poor get tired of being poor, they will come and take from the rich. Remember that. Guys, have a great, great day. Thanks, Jay Dunn, for coming in and moderating for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody that stuck around with me for this short period and listened to what I had to say. And I hope you guys will expound on that and really start thinking that way and try to make little changes. I'm not telling you to jump out the window. It's little things that we can do to start changing the conversation and start changing the mindset of our children. That's what it's about, changing the mindset of our children. Let's start trying to establish wealth and stop being nigger rich. All right, y'all. Love you. Peace.